Okay, so we are on live. Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
When you're ready, Prabhuji, please.
All right. Please. Om Ajnana Timranjasya Dhananjana Shalakaya Sakrumetam Jana Tasmi Sri Guruvei Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Padamajjam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Pushtamangsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Sri Raghunatitam Tam Sajivam Sadhuitam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Nitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopisha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhavacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paccetta Deshatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadharam Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhaktavinda Nilachala Nivasaya Nityam Paramatmane Jagannath Deva Jai Sri Krishna Nam Sankirtan Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Prabhuji. Very nicely done. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Nice to hear you. Okay, so Anil Prabhuji.
Shall I do the Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah, and just a request, apologies for any mistakes, just a very junior devotee, so apologies. But Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Yoga
Very,
Prabhuji, was that?
yes, very beautiful, Prabhuji. Very nice. So nicely sung, Prabhuji. Nice. Your voice is so beautiful, Prabhuji. So I think if you just give a little bit push, then we will hear you very divine kirtans.
Apologies if it wasn't loud enough.
Yeah, very nice,
Sorry.
Prabhuji. Okay, so that is kirtan part. So now we shall move to the next, Prabhuji, to the katha.
Yeah. Okay, shall I start reading first?
So just to let us give a little bit of 2 minutes of recap, Prabhuji, for the last.
So yeah, sorry, I was away out of the country, so I haven't been able to join the last few sessions.
Yes. Yeah.
If somebody perhaps could
Prabhuji.
join in first to start on the
Yeah.
recap, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll just give the recap and then later we shall start the reading, Prabhuji. So this is the deliverance of Paundraka and Kasi, king of Kashi. So here there was a person. Nowadays we have got so many Babas. Similarly, there was one of the person like Paundraka. He was posing himself as the Lord and having the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma with his own ready-made symbols, and he was trying to pose. And then King of Kasi, he was also his friend and he was also supporting him. So and once when Lord Balarama he went to the Vrindavanam, so for visiting Vrindavana after so long, and then during that time, this Paundraka he has sent a message through his messenger to Krishna and Ugrasena to the Dwaraka, where all the Yadu family is there, Yadu kingdom. So saying that I am the Vasudeva, so I am original, I have descended to deliver the people. So Krishna, you are posing yourself as Vasudeva. You give up your symbols, and then if you wanted to challenge, you come and they challenge me. So I'll defeat you. And likewise, he has mentioned in a message to the Krishna. So later on, Krishna and all the people in all the Edo dynasty in that Ugrasena, everyone, they were laughing about Paundraka's message. Later on, Krishna wanted to go personally to fight with Paundraka. So he went there, and then Paundraka, during that time, he was in the kingdom of Kashi. So he came outside the kingdom to fight with Krishna, and also King of Kashi also came. So Paundraka was wearing all the symbols. This is Shankha Chakra. So all this his king and nice Vaijayanti Mala. He has put some symbol, Srivata symbol on his chest. So everything. So Krishna looked at him. He was laughing very loudly to his heart satisfaction. Later on, there was a fight. Paundraka was also a great fighter. So there was a little bit of fight happened. And finally, Krishna with his causeless mercy, he has chopped off his head, Paundraka. And because Paundraka was absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, so he went back to the Vaikuntha in he has attained Swarupa Siddhi, liberation. In the four hands form, he went back to the Vaikuntha Loka. And later on, Krishna also killed King of Kasi because he was also fighting. So that was happened. And later on, Krishna, he has returned back to the Dwaraka. So this is what we have seen, capital city, and in the here a little bit of what is the absorption of, I mean, when a person who is absorbed in that form of the Lord, then he has got Sarupya Siddhi, one of the 5 kinds of liberation. So we have discussed this paragraph, and later on we have also discussed this paragraph about the Kasi king. So whenever Krishna chopped off the head of king of Kasi, that head, it was fall into the kingdom. At that time, all of his relatives looking at the head, they thought that it is Krishna's, but actually it is the king he himself, Kasiraj himself. And then they were lamenting at that time, oh my dear husband, you died like this, something like that. So until that point we have done last in the last session. So we shall continue from here, from the king of Kasi today. And also before we start, so generally Shyam Prabhuji says one particular shloka. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मां वेति सोऽर्जुन. And whoever is hearing Krishna's pastimes, Janma Karma Che Me Divyam, they are all transcendental, Divyam. And they're all with it, Tatpataha. Then they would not take a birth again in this material world. So we are discussing Krishna Katha here, so which would relieve. This is Ashish Samklesha Samam Viritte Gnanavada Shravanam Murarehe Kim Vah Punasat Charanaраvinda Paraga Seva Ratiratma Labdha. So one of the statements by Maitreyi Muni, he also mentioned just by hearing Harikatha, one would free himself from all kinds of miseries. And what to speak of the people who are really engaging in his service. Okay, so that is the glories of Krishna Katha. So we are starting Krishna Katha. So Anil Prabhuji, would you like to take over? And
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, the king of Kasi had a son whose name was Krishna. After observing the ritualistic funeral ceremonies, he took a vow that since Krishna was the enemy of his father, he would kill Krishna and in this way liquidate his to his father. Therefore, accompanied by a learned priest qualified to help him, he began to worship Mahadeva, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, who is also known as Visvanatha, is the lord of the kingdom of Kasi. The temple of Lord Vishwanatha is still existing in Varanasi, and many thousands of pilgrims still gather daily in that temple. By the worship of Sudhakrishna, Lord Shiva was very much pleased and he wanted to give a benediction to his devotee. Sudhakrishna's purpose was to kill Krishna and therefore he prayed for a very specific power by which to kill him. Lord Shiva advised that Sudhakrishna, assisted by the Brahmanas, execute the ritualistic ceremony for killing one's enemy. This ceremony is also mentioned in some of the tantras. Lord Shiva informed Sudhakrishna that if the black ritualistic ceremony were performed properly, then the evil spirit named Dadas Daksinagini would appear and then carry out any order given to him. He would have to be employed, however, to kill someone other than a qualified Brahmana. If all these conditions were met, then Daksasigna Agni, accompanied by Lord Shiva's ghostly companions, would fulfill the desire of Sudhakrishna to kill his enemy. Hare Krishna. Oops, sorry, Mukha Prabhuji, you're on mute.
so thank you, Prabhuji, for kindly reading. Any reflections from this paragraph, anyone? And we got Nisha Mataji joined. Hare Krishna, Nisha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you for joining, Mataji. Okay, so in this particular paragraph, so here Sudakshina is son of king of Kasi. So now So after observing the ritualistic funeral ceremonies, he took a vow that since Krishna was the enemy of his father, and he would kill Krishna, and in his way, he liquidate his debt to his father. So why here Sudakshina wanted to liquidate his debt to his father? Generally, as soon as a person takes birth in this material world, he will be indebted to the five kinds of people. So generally, it is uh, this is Panch Mahayajnas. So he has to perform because he will be indebted to the demigods, rishis, and relatives and the fathers. Uh, so Deva Rishi Bhota and also Bhotas, Panchabhotas. Deva Rishi Bhotapta Nunam Pitrunam Nayam Kinkare Na Ayam Kinkaro Ani Mruniya Charajan Yes Sarvatmanaha Saranam Saranyam Gato Mukundam Parihritya Kattam. So one is the Devas, Rishis, Bhotas, Aptas, and Pitrus. These are the five people. As soon as he takes birth in this material world, automatically he will be indebted. So now here, Sudakshina, he is now trying to liquidate his debt to his father. Generally, as soon as a son, he performs the funeral rites to his father. So there, that is, he would rescue his father from the a hell name called this is Pu. So that is called, that's why he is called Putra. Putra means who protects from the hell called Pu. So Putra means relief from that kind of hell. So that is, he wanted to liquidate his debt. Therefore, accompanied by learned priest qualified to help him, he began to worship Mahadeva, Lord Shiva. So whoever worships Lord Shiva, generally worshipping Lord Shiva, many people will go to the Lord Shiva. So in the Puranas, it describes Vishnu Bhakta Smruta Daiva Asuraha Tad Viparyayaha. Asuraha Tad Viparyayaha. If anyone who is not Vishnu devotee, then he is a demon, Asura. So that is the verdict, the statement of the Puranas. Here, many people who are in the mode of ignorance, they generally go to Lord Shiva. People in the mode of passion, they go to Lord Brahma in order to get the benedictions from them. And here, Lord Shiva, who is also known as Vishwanatha, is Lord of the kingdom of Kashi. So the temple of Lord Vishwanath is still existing in Varanasi, and many thousands of pilgrims still gather daily in the temple. So there is Kasi is the place, or Varanasi is the place for so many of these Mayavada Sampradaya sannyasis. Okay, so and then there is again so many statements and glories of Varanasi as well. Okay, by the worship of Sudakshina, Lord Shiva was very much pleased, and he wanted to give a benediction to benediction to his devotee. Now, Sudakshina's purpose was to kill Krishna. So this is it is not a pure desire. It is a enviousness. That is what mode of people in the mode of ignorance, they approach Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, he himself is pure, and Lord Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu, they are the three functions. They perform Srishti, Siddhi, Pralaya, Sadhana. The Srishti, Siddhi, Pralaya. These are the three Karaka, three deities. But Lord Shiva is the deity, even though he is pure, but he is the deity for the master of mode of ignorance. So people who are in the mode of ignorance, they approach Lord Shiva. So here, Sudakshina, he knows, and because he also know that Lord Shiva will be very pleased very quickly. And also at the same time, he also get angry very quickly. But if we approach Lord Vishnu, it will take longer time. So if that is the difference. And also in due course of time, devotees of Vishnu, they will be purified. And even if they ask benedictions from the Lord, Lord will give once the Lord purifies the heart of a devotee. Apyevo Maria Bhagwan Paripad Dhinan Vatre Vachakam Anugraha Katarosman. So this is Satyashishohi Bhagwantava Pada Padmam आसीस्ततानुभजतः पुरुषार्थमूर्तेः अप्येव मर्य भगवान् परिपाति धीनान् वात्रे वत्सकम् अनुग्रहकातरोऽस्मान्. This is one of the prayers of Dhruv Maharaj. He mentions, "Oh my dear Lord, it is better if we just surrender everything onto yourself at your lotus feet, and one has to perform the auspicious activities, devotional service. But when the devotees approach for some kind of benedictions, what you do? Appiva Maria Bhagavan Paripati Dienan. In order to protect your devotees, first of all, you purify their heart and also you give the benedictions to them. Like a mother cow protects its calf, just like that, with the how it gives by milk and also giving the protection to the baby from any kind of attacks. Likewise, the Lord, he also purifies the heart of a devotee and he also fulfills the desire of a devotee. Like when Dhruv Maharaj, he has got a desire that he wanted to get the biggest job than his father and forefathers, like that. So at that time there was no and then Lord has he asked for the desire and Lord has appeared and he fulfilled. By the time the Lord has appeared, his heart was completely cleaned, no more desires. But still, Lord has to fulfill that desire because that was the purpose he prayed for. Okay, so that is the devotees of Vishnu. So they will be purified and their desires also will be purified. So Sattvam Rajtamiti Prakuter Gunasthair Yuktaha Paraha Purusha Eka Ihasidatte Sityadai Hari Virinchi Harete Sanyaha Shreyom Sitatra Kalu Sattvatunun Runam Siho. Satu Goswami says, we have got the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though he is one, he takes into three forms, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. But out of these three, one has to approach only Vishnu in order to get the auspicious results. Okay, so here Sudakshina is going in the mode of ignorance. Now, what he is doing, he is trying to please Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva was pleased and he wanted to give a benediction to his devotee. His purpose was to kill Krishna, and therefore he prayed for a specific power to which to kill him. Lord Shiva advised that Sudakshina, assisted by the Brahmanas, execute the ritualistic ceremony for killing one's enemy. So Lord Shiva is the Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, and Krishna is the master of Lord Shiva. But here, Lord Shiva, he did not say that you can kill Krishna, but he is saying if you wanted to kill your enemy, then you can perform one yajna. So this ceremony is also mentioned in some of the tantras, and that's why this is called black magics. So here, Lord Shiva informs Dakshina that if such a black ritualistic ceremony were performed properly, then the evil spirit named Dakshinagni, this is Dakshinagni, would appear and then carry out any order given to him. He would have to be employed, however, to kill someone other than a qualified Brahmana. But when it comes to Krishna, Krishna is Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. He is Brahmana he himself. He also have got the sacred thread on his body. So he protected the cows and Brahmanas and well-wishers. Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And then so Dakshinagni cannot kill Krishna. So now this is ignorant. People in the mode of ignorance, they always make mistakes. Now, if all these conditions are met, then Dakshinagni, accompanied by Lord Shiva's ghostly companions, would fulfill the desire of the Sudakshina to kill his enemy. Now, Lord Shiva has given all the process. Now, it is the decision for Sudakshina to carry out that activity. He also give what happens if it fails. That one later on he gives, but this is if the mantra does not work, it will come back and then kill the owner who has performed and also brahmanas who have accompanied in that yajna. Okay, that we would see here. Okay, so this is from this paragraph. So here Sudakshina wanted to kill his enemy. He got the benedictions from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has explained the process. Okay, so we shall move on, Prabhuji, if it is okay. Unless if it is
Sorry, Amoga Prabhu, sorry, one question.
yes.
If the purpose was to kill Krishna, then why did Lord Shiva allow that to happen or allow the rituals to go ahead?
So here, Lord Shiva did not say the word Krishna here. Lord says to Sudakshina that you can, if you perform this process, you can kill your enemy. But
Okay.
Sudakshina did not say that I wanted to kill Krishna, you give me that power.
Right.
But he wanted to kill, he would like to kill. But Lord Shiva says, if you wanted to kill your enemies, this is the process. He gives
Right.
the process. Now it is up to Sudakshina whether to carry out that process or not.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Can I add Amang Prabhu little?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Actually, this is Krishna's Leela. Krishna's Leela will not be completed without some something, some special things, because it's not as a normal case. So, another way, if you think about when seventh son, normally when Devaki has gave birth son, at that moment Kongshu can give her the son, but at that moment Narada was insisting, because Krishna will do something, not one thing, or doing some one thing, but multiple purpose. It has multiple purpose that we don't know. So actually, at that moment, Narada was insisting. Even when Krishna was there in Mathura, in the Vrindavan, and Narada mentioned, you bring Krishna. Krishna is here. You can bring Krishna and kill him. It was everything done by his actually pure devotee, but there is something happened. What is something was past, but we don't know in the future. In the future, actually, Shiva was telling. Shiva was a great devotee, Vaishnav, great Vaishnav, but he mentioned actually there is another purpose. We have to learn, if Krishna become enemy, what is the gain and what is the loss. We can learn. So this is many things we can learn, only one lesson. So that's why is multiple things we can analysis. We can do that. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Yes.
you, Prabhuji.
And one point here, the Lord says to Goddess of Fortune, Muhurtena api samhuttum. And Lord can kill all the enemies in a muhurta time. And he has got so many energies. So he natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natat samasya abhitakasya dhrusyate. There is no one equal to the Lord and greater than him. And parasa sektir vividaiva shuruyate. He has got different energies, multifarious energies. Swabhaviki, Jnana, Balakriyacha, they will carry out those in order to kill. But when Lord is trying to perform some kind of pastimes here, like Ramlala Prabhuji says, this is for Madbhaktana Vinodardham, for the sake of my devotees. So it is a kind of the rasa, the katha will be more enthusiastic and to hear and the suspense as well for the devotees. Madbhaktana Vinodardham.
Indeed, actually, that is, and here, if the good, great is a good son, he has to think, because we have five rin debt. Um, Among Prabhu mentioned already. Oh, if the father debt, so we cannot go to redebt, to fulfill that debt, not to cling to the superior one. Who is the superior? So this is not a right plan. What we have to do, even that at that moment, that son can do something special, pray to Krishna, but he becomes a Krishna. And this is another kind of rasa. That is another thing. Krishna's rasa we can learn. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay. Any other questions or wanted to share anyone else, or we shall move to the next part? Okay. Anil Prabhuji, you wanted to assign something to someone, Prabhuji?
No, look, I'm happy to read another paragraph unless another devotee wants to read first.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. When Sudaksna was encouraged by Lord Shiva in that way, he was sure that he would be able to kill Krishna. With a determined vow of austerity, he began to execute the black art of chanting mantras, assisted by the priests. After this, out of the fire came a great demonic form, whose hair, beard, and moustache were exactly the color of hot copper. This form was very big and as the demon arose from the fire, cinders of fire emanated from the sockets of his eyes. The giant fiery demon appeared still more fierce due to the movements of his eyebrows. He exhibited long, sharp teeth, and sticking out of his long tongue, licked his upper and lower lips. He was naked, and he carried a big trident, blazing like fire. After appearing from the fire of sacrifice, he stood wielding the trident in his hand. Instigated by Sudaksana, the demon proceeded toward the capital city Dwarka with many hundreds of ghostly companions, and it appeared that he was going to burn all outer space to ashes. The surface of the earth trembled because of his striking steps. When he entered the city of Dwarka, all the residents panicked, just like animals in a forest fire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So here again, when the people they worship Ghora Rupan and Mumukshu Ghora Rupan Hitta Bhutapatinada Narayana Kalaha Sanda Bhajantihi Anusuyavaha. And people generally they worship the Ghora Rupas like the Kala Bhairava and both some people even worship the Bhotas. And again, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, whoever worships the demigods, they go to the demigod planets. And also whoever worships the Pitrus, Pitrunyanti Pitrvrataha, and then they will go to the Pitrulokas. And then Bhotanyanti Bhotejya, and whoever worships the Bhotas, they go to the take birth in the Bhotas. Madhyajinopi Mam, whoever worship Krishna, they go to the abode of Krishna. So here, Ghora Rupan, here Sudakshina is taking to worship Ghora Rupa, but devotees they will always go to Krishna. Narayana Kalaha Santa he Bhajantihi Anusuyavaha. They worship only the peaceful form. Santa Kanu Bhujagasayanam. So that form, the beautiful form of the Lord, which is always Tasmin Prashanta Vigrehe Gata Vigrehe Tasmin Prashanta Purushe Gata Vigrehevam. Is always peaceful. Okay, we devotees worship that form. So now the story is happening here that fearful form of it has appeared the demon from the fire, and this is a description of his appearance. He is having copper hair and everything else. With sometimes people they pose themselves as God, but they look very ugly. That is also one thing to understand. If it is a God, then he will be so beautiful. Demons are always ugly and they do not follow anything else. So this is the demon here. He has appeared from the fire and then he is now going here to the Dwaraka city. And people in the Dwaraka, they are being panicked. All the residents panicked just like animals in the forest fire. Of course, here not only Dwaraka, when there were in the Vrindavan also, when the devotees, all the Vrindavana people are there, sometimes these demonic people come and try to disturb, like the Aristasura, Keshi demon, different kinds of demons. And it is kind of a just making a particular good scene so that Krishna would come into the picture and it will always to establish the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of God. So that is the purpose. Okay, so this is any other reflections from this paragraph? Are any questions, Ramlala Prabhuji? We shall move to the next paragraph.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhu, can I
Master.
ask one question?
Yes,
Sorry,
please.
Prabhuji, go on.
So, Prabhu, knowing this, then why people worship the demons or this thing, knowing that, if you worship the demons, then you go to the demonic world. Is
Yes.
it because of their ignorance?
Yes, just ignorance.
Okay, bro. Understood.
Hare Krishna. Another thing, as Prabhuji mentioned, actually, wherever we can go as a Devalok, Pitralok, or wherever, this is temporary. You have to remember it. It is temporary, and even happiness, we have to come back. We have to come back. And whatever in the pious, punna or papa, pious or impious, anything, that is both are actually suffering. Even pious activity also cause of suffering. That is another way. So that's why devotee never think about pious or punna or papa, punna or papa karma. So it is beyond of that. That is as Krishna Seva. It is beyond of any kind of any karma, free of karma, and except Krishna Loka is except that other place we have to remember it is Anitya or Shashvatam and Dukkhalayam and place of suffering. Even though we are thinking that is time being, it is very nice, very good. Even wherever we can upgrade in the Pitralok, Sargulok, wherever is not really place of happiness. So that's why we have to go to Krishna Loka means we have to do engage our mind for service to Krishna. Otherwise, we will suffer. Like this.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So this one, तस्यैव हेतोः प्रैतेतुपविधो न लभ्यते यद्भ्रमतामुपर्यतः तल्लभ्यते दुःखवद् अन्यतः सुखं कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसम्. So one particular statement here. Anil Prabhuji, would you like to read this translation, Prabhuji?
Translation, yep. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them.
Perfect. Thank you, Prabhuji. So this is what devotees, this is called Kovidaha. Kovidha is intelligent person. So here, so many people, they work very hard in the corporate offices, developers, so many things, IT managers, business, marketing people work very hard. But actually, yajjad bhavyam bhavatu bhagwan purva karmanurupam. They automatically get those pains and pleasures, what is destined for them. They do not have to struggle very hard in those companies. It automatically comes. One does not have to prove himself to anyone else. It comes automatically. Yajjad bhavyam bhavatu bhagwan purva karmanurupam. So here, intelligent person does not worry about I have to work, study, and earn money, and then feed my family and all these things. But he simply can carry out. He does not have to worry about it. But what he needs to worry about it is Nalabhyate Brahmatam Uparyadaha, which is not available within the 14 planetary systems. For that purpose, what is that? It is the Krishna Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti, even the Brahma and all demigods, ye abhirtamapi cheno nrugatim prapanna jnanam cha tatvesham saha dharmam yatra naradanam bhagavato vitarancha mushya sammohita vitataya bhatamaya yate. So Lord Brahma mentions to demigods that demigods, we are all desired to take birth in the earthly planet so that jnanam cha yatra, so they wanted to cultivate the knowledge about the Krishna's knowledge. That's why ye abhitam api chano drugatim prapanna jnanam cha tattva visham sahadharmam yatra. They wanted to perform devotional service to Krishna. That is the main purpose. If people are not taking Naradanam Bhagavato Vitarancha Mushya Sammohita Viditaya Bhatamaya Yate. it is the bewilderment of the Lord's external energy, so that people are just acting in the bodily concept of life. So that is the mode of ignorance. They do not understand until they come to the association of the devotees, and they have to hear carefully what the devotees are speaking, and trying to understand what are the example, how it would give, how would it would be reflected in my life, those things. Okay, so here people in the mode of ignorance are like that. So here Sudakshina is like that, and yeah, intelligent person. So it is just a mode of ignorance. Otherwise, if they are a mode of goodness, they go to the Vishnu only, not to the other demigods. Thank you, Ramlala Prabhuji and Swarup Prabhuji. Okay, we shall move to the next.
Yes, before going there, actually,
Yes.
even there is a question, there would be question, why we can, this is the best, why this is the best, but why we are not selecting? And we know this is the mode of ignorance. Why we are doing that? That is, can you explain why it is?
Could you please repeat your question, Prabhuji?
Yeah, if we know that is a to be Krishna consciousness is the best,
Yes.
going to that is eternal place,
Yes.
Sat, Chid, and Anand, there is always enjoy.
Yes.
And other place is absence of this enjoyment. Okay.
Yes.
So, and this is a temporary, and this is a place of suffering. Why we desire for this thing? Why we are doing for this thing? Even though this is the best, but why we are doing temporary thing, or not real enjoyment is the place of suffering. Why we are doing that? Some worshipping, some this and that, some ritual thing, ritualistic thing. Why we are doing it?
So it has got a number of reasons. One is they wanted to lord it over material nature. And because of that, if they want to do it, so they need to forget about the Lord. Lord also gives the forgetfulness about him. And then they will be forgetting the Lord, and due course of time, they will come here and trying to enjoy sense gratification, lord it over material nature. It is a desire. But otherwise, if they are remembering Krishna, then he'll go back to Krishna automatically. So it is the forgetfulness of Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you, Prabhupada. Actually, that is it is due to our consciousness.
Yes.
For example, as a material example, if we are going to a place of doctor, if I have some problem, doctor will mention don't drink or don't smoke. The person who are addicted for this, they will not listen immediately. Even
Yes.
lifelong, they will not listen. I know many people, many examples. I have many examples, but
Yes.
they cannot follow it. They can't follow because even drinking, at the end of his life, he was drinking. Even doctor mentioned, don't drink, don't drink. And some people even don't smoke. You have to stop your smoking. But that person cannot do that. So this example we can understand. Even because we have to go to a specialist, why people are doing this thing. I know I am smoking, I am drinking, I am doing that. That person can think I am right. But if we are going, when we are suffering for some diseases, then we are going to a specialist. And a specialist will say, mean, recommend, give suggestion, stop this thing. Even he is more addicted, he cannot stop immediately. So that's why sometimes our consciousness is not pure, not some sukriti. We cannot do that. That's why my question was actually without sukriti, we cannot do Krishna or engage in Krishna consciousness, or we cannot do some Krishna consciousness or hear some Krishna consciousness scripture. We can think our way, our even Guru Shastra. We will not follow it. So that is why it is necessary due to pure. Actually, this is due to some wrong conception. Our consciousness is not pure. That's why we are doing such kind of things. Even though if we hear someone, some devotee presented is very good, you have to do this thing, and don't do this is a temporary thing. But our mind will not attract for this thing due to our consciousness. Or sometimes we don't believe it. Okay, is nothing wrong. I will go back to the same example. If that person is too much addicted, he will say, okay, I will drink little or I will smoke little. It will not affect too much. And he will find some another example. That person was never, he did not do a smoking, but that person was similar disease of him. So smoking is not the cause of suffering for his disease. So they will find another argument. So that's why it is we need some Sukriti and we need Vishwas. First stage is coming to faith. Otherwise, we cannot do that. Although we know this is goodness, this is the mode of ignorance, but they will think, no, this is not ignorance. This is we are even they do different wrong way. I know many examples from India. Many people they will argue, no, Krishna consciousness is not the right way. So we have to keep silent. We cannot do argument with them, but they are very scholar, very scholar. They will they will with different way they will make argument or debate. We cannot, but some aspect we can say. Sometimes we can present. This is the either they will believe or they will not believe it. So even though this is the best option, but they will not follow. This is the similar way. Even such kind of things is not right way. Some inauspicious thing they will do that, but they will not understand it. That's why that person was doing some wrong thing. And Shiva was a great devotee. Why he has suggested. Also, this is the, afterward he will realize this is not right if he has good association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for kindly enlightening us. Okay, we shall move on. Mataji, Anisha Mataji, would you like to read Mataji? So you can read these two paragraphs, Mataji.
I can read Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Um, at that time, Krishna was playing chess in the Royal Assembly Council Hall. All the residents of Dwarka approached and addressed him, Dear Lord of the three worlds, a great fiery demon is ready to burn the whole city of Dwarka. Please save us. In this way, all the inhabitants of Dwarka appealed to Lord Krishna for protection from the fiery demon who had just appeared in Dwarka to devastate the whole city. Shall I continue, Babuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, one second. Lord Krishna, who specially protected his devotees, saw that the whole population of Dwarka was most perturbed by the presence of the great fiery demon. He immediately smiled and assured them, Don't worry, I shall give you all protection. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is all pervading, He is within everyone's heart, and He's also without in the form of cosmic manifestation. He could understand that fairy demon was a creation of Lord Shiva, and in order to vanquish the demon, he took his Sudarshan Chakra and ordered him to take the necessary steps. So Sudarshan Chakra appeared with the effulgence of millions of suns, his heat being as powerful as the fire created at the end of cosmic manifestation. By his effulgence, the Sudarshan Chakra illuminated the entire universe on the surface of Earth as well as in outer space. Then the Sudarshan Chakra began to freeze the fiery demon created by Lord Shiva. In this way, the fiery demon was checked by Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Krishna and being defeated in his attempt To devastate the city of Dwarka, he turned black. Hare Krishna ji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so here in this purports, in these paragraphs, so Krishna during that time he was playing chess in his palace, and as soon as he heard the residents of Dwarka approached and they play, and Lord says that I would protect all of you. Do not worry. Okay, so here this is whoever is the devotee of the Lord, they are never to be worried. So they are under protection of the Supreme Lord. Deho pi daivashagaha kalu karma yavat swarambhakam samikhyata eva sasuhu. So the devotees and here people who are associating with the Lord in the same country, same Dwaraka city, it is not possible for everyone to come nearer to the Lord. It is only whoever has done pious activities in the past lifetimes. They only come nearer to the Lord and get association with the Lord and live within the city of the Lord. So this is the pious activities. And here Lord is saying, he mentions, Kaunte pradijanihi name bhakta pranasyati. My devotee will never ever be perished. So he says to Arjuna boldly declare that my devotee will never be perished. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvatyantim nigachyati. Even though for time being he appears to be fall down and going through some troubles, but shashvatyantim nigachyati, he would be again restored to his position, original position. So my devotee will never ever be punished. You declare boldly. And Krishna again in the 18th chapter, so shlokas from 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, he mentions Matchitta Sarvadurghani, Mat Prasadat. By my mercy, you would cross all this. Mat Prasadat Tarishyasi, you will cross all kinds of obstacles just by engaging himself in the devotional service to the Lord. So one has to hear. Otherwise, Vinakshasi, he will be lost. And if one does not hear Krishna's instructions, Krishna says to Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, so if you do not hear my instructions, then you will be lost. Vinakshasi, nasroshasi, vinakshasi. If you do not hear, you will be lost. But still, you have to act according to your constitutional position based on your material nature that you have acquired. As a material nature, by nature you are a kshatriya. Still, you have to fight. You cannot escape because you have to use your brain. That would come through your mode of whatever the mode you are in. So you have acquired the skills of kshatriya. You have to act like that. So here the Lord says, whoever is taking my shelter, they do not have to worry about it. This is Krishna's Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarvapapebhyo Mokshishyami Masuchaha. So Mokshishyami, he would relieve from all kinds of sinful activities, by anything, but he is always in the safe hands. So here Krishna is assuring that don't worry, I shall give you all protection. And here Lord is all pervading. He is within everyone's heart. So this is Namashe Purusham Twadhimeswaram Prakrute Param Antar Bahir Avasthitam. Antar Bahir Avasthitam. The Lord is inside the heart and also he is outside the world. It is described in Chatushlaki Bhagavata. It is Yata Mahanti Bhutani Bhuteshu Ucchavacheshvanu Pravishtani Apravishtani Tata Teshu Natveshvaham. So one can easily understand this one. Our bodies are made up of the Panchabhutas, and Panchabhutas are also existing separately. But sometimes when we keep our hands in the soil, Abba, this is dirty. I wanted to wash. So we again use those Panchabhutas and cleanse ourselves. Actually, our body is made up of the Panchabhutas itself. So likewise, Panchabhutas are existing within our body and also outside separately. Not only these things, even the universal outer coverings are also, they are like the earth layer, and then it is of the 7 layers. The universe is constructed with the 7 layers of the shell. The shell contains, it is called Saptavadrihi, earth, water, fire, and then the sky, the air, and then sky, Mahatattva, like that, there are 7 layers. It is called Saptavadrihi. Those elements are in the outer coverings. They are also entering into here. And again, those elements, the Panchabuddhas enter into the bodies of the living entities. And likewise, yata mahanti bhutani bhuteshu uccavacheshu pravishtani aparvishtani tata teshu natveshvaham. Similarly, I also exist within this universe, outside of the universe, outside of this material universe. He is always in the spiritual world. At the same time, he is also inside this world. At the same time, he is in the heart of all the living entities. So, giving different analogies here. Okay, so the Lord, he can understand what is happening in the Dwaraka city, and also he understands about the demon and who has done that one. He could understand the fairy demon was the creation of Lord Shiva, and in order to vanquish the demon, he took his Sudarshan Chakra. So Sudarshan Chakra, what it does, it is also rotating very fastly on top of our universe. On top of this is described nati ajrak nati ajraksh bhimiraviresham त्रयोदशारं त्रिशतं षष्टिपर्व षट्नेमि अनन्तचेति यत्किनापि करालसुरत जगद आच्येद्यदावत्. It's very beautiful. Let us bring that one to all devotees who can read that one. This is construction of the Sudarshan Chakra, how it looks. Okay, so this is I think 20th chapter. Okay, this very beautiful shloka is coming, and let me just, where is the feeling? That? So it doesn't appear. This is, I think, 20th chapter itself. So here it describes, where is that? Prasanna Bhagavan. Sorry, I think it's not coming here, somewhere here. But anyway, I think it comes in a different chapter. It's the prayers of Kaddama Prajapati. So he describes that one. When Maitreya speaks, Daivena Jaritarkena, I think some 22 or somewhere it comes. It's a yes, here it is. So in this one, this is the construction of the Sudarsana Chakra. So here Maitreya Muni speaks on that one. Okay, this is the 18th shloka. Nati ajrakshi bhimiraviresham त्रयोदशारं त्रिशतं षष्टिपर्व षट्नीमि अनन्तचरि यत्रिणाभिः करालस्रोत जगदाच्येद्यदावत्. Can I request Swarup Prabhuji to read this translation?
Sure, Prabhu. Your wheel, which has three naves, rotates around the axis of the imperishable Brahman. It has 13 spokes, 360 joints, 6 rings, and numberless leaves carved upon it. Though its revolution cut short the lifespan of the entire creation, this wheel of tremendous velocity cannot touch the lifespan of the devotees of the Lord. Do you want to please stop here, Prabhu, or continue?
That's all, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So this is the construction of the Sudarsana Chakra. This Kardama Prajapati describes your wheel. This is Sudarsana Chakra. Okay, so it is rotating very fast. It is Ached Karala Srota Jagad Ached Jathavat, cutting short the lifespan of everyone. Tremendous velocity, Karala Srotaha. And it does not cut the lifespan of the devotees. So this is Sudarsana Chakra. That's Sudarsana Chakra. Now, it is Krishna ordered Sudarsana Chakra to take the necessary steps. Then what Sudarsana Chakra did? It appeared with the effulgence of millions of suns, and his heat being a powerful as the fire created the end of cosmic manifestation. By his effulgence, Sudarsana Chakra illuminated the entire universe on the surface of the earth as well as in outer space. So number of times Krishna is using. So here Sudarsana is the Krishna's associate, a person, and he is also representing that representing the wheel. And generally wheel he personified Sudarsana. He always assisted the Lord. Like we speak with the persons, likewise he is the person, Sudarsana. And he was also present when Bhishma Deva was leaving his body. And here the Sudarsana Chakra began to freeze the fiery demon created by Lord Shiva. In this way, the fiery demon was checked by the Sudarsana Chakra of Lord Krishna. And being defeated in his attempt to devastate the city of Dwaraka, he turned back. So this is the power of Sudarsana Chakra. So it is always with the Lord. Sometimes once Ashwatthama also came to Dwaraka and he asked Krishna, so I give Brahmashira this astra to you and you give you the Sudarsana Chakra. But Krishna says, okay, I don't want your chakra, your weapon. If you want, if you are able to lift it, you can take it. But Ashwatthama tried it, he could not lift it. That Sudarshan Chakra. And then later Krishna asked, what do you want to do with this Sudarshan Chakra if you take it? Then Ashwatthama says that I would defeat you, and later on I will defeat everyone in this world. I will become the ruler of this world. Likewise, Ashwatthama mentioned such a cunning mentality. Okay, so that is of the people of this material world. So Sudarshan Chakra, everyone can understand how powerful it is. It is always with the Lord. Okay, so we shall read one more paragraph. Gayatri Mataji, would you like to read the next paragraph, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji. I will read, Prabhuji, once. Having failed to set fire to Dwaraka, the fiery demon went back to Varanasi, the kingdom of Kashiraja. As a result of his return, all the priests who had helped instruct the black art of mantras, along with their employer, Sudakshina, were burned to ashes by the glaring effulgence of the fiery demon. According to the methods of black art mantras instructed in the Tantras, if the mantra fails to kill the enemy, then because it must kill someone, it kills the original creator. Sudakshina was the originator of and the priests assisted him. Therefore, all of them were burnt to ashes. This is the way of the demons. The demons create something to kill God, but by the same weapon, the demons themselves are killed. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, should I read the next one as well? Or?
Enough, Mataji. We'll stop there.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So here, generally, whenever we release one weapon, it must aim to the target. If it does not, it will have to redirect to somewhere else. If we see so many examples in the past, once Ramachandra and Sita, so one crow was disturbing Sita Mata. At the time, Ramachandra got angry. He used Brahmastra to kill that crow. And then later on, crow has come and then it has taken the shelter of Sita Devi. Sita Mata wanted to protect the crow. And then, but Lord says, because this Brahmastra must target something, then because it must, once it releases, it has to target something. And then one of the eye of the crow, it was targeted later on, but its life was spared, and Brahmastra just targeted the eye of a crow. That is one instance. And Ashwadhama has used Brahmasiro Namakastra, Apandavam. So this Astra must kill all the Pandavas along with their no more children. And whenever Krishna protects the Pandavas, again this Brahmastra target the child which is in the womb of Uttara. So that is one. Again, Krishna entered into the womb of Uttara. There he has protected the child from that birth. So and then by the power of his club, the Kaumodiki, it has absorbed the effulgence of Brahmastra. And there are many other instances. So once with the such kind of mantra astras are released, that must target one specific to that. But shastras, like the weapons, so the bow and arrows or sword, something like that, they do not harm like that. They may distract like the nowadays we have got so many of missiles here in this world. They will kill even innocent people. They will make havoc in the society. But whereas these astras, they will specifically target to the actual aim, whatever is meant for. So that is the power of astra. They are very subtle. And here, they're all made up of the mantras. Even you can take a blade of grass and chant the mantras and release on the, like even Lord Balarama, he has killed Roma Harshana with a blade of grass. Roma Harshana was just because he was offending the Lord without giving respect to the Lord. And Lord wanted to kill, just take a blade of grass and then kill him. So likewise, astras are very subtle. So here, Sudakshina, he has used this Dakshinagni. This is like a tantras. Again, if the mantra fails to kill the enemy, then because it must kill someone, so it must aim someone. It kills the original creator. So this is again here everyone who got killed here. The Brahmanas, the priest who assisted, and also Sudakshina as well. This is the way of the demands. We see so many. There was Vrukasura also. He also asked some benedictions from Lord Shiva that on top of whomever head, if I keep my hand, they will burn to the ashes. And finally, he wanted to put his hand on Lord Shiva itself. Later on, he just prayed to the Lord, and then our Lord came in rescue, and then he came in front of Vrukasura. And then with his sticks, he made Vrukasura to keep his hand on top of his head, and then he burnt the ashes. That is the way of the demons. So they approach Lord Shiva for such kind of benedictions. So demons create something to kill God, but by the same weapon, the demons themselves are killed. Okay, that is one thing. So we shall move on. We shall cover one more paragraph, and then we stop there, and then we request devotees to reflect what is happening. Okay, so Swarup Prabhuji, would you like to read Prabhuji? Next paragraph.
Yes, Prabhu, sure. Following, following just behind the fiery demon, the Sudarshana Chakra also entered Varanasi. This city had been very opulent and great for a very long time. Even now, the city of Varanasi is opulent and famous, and it is one of the important cities of India. There were then many big palaces, assembly houses, marketplaces, and gates, with large and very important monuments by the palaces and gates. Lecturing platforms could be found at each and every crossroads. There were buildings that housed the treasury, elephants, horses, chariots, and grain, and, and places for distribution of food. The city of Varanasi had been filled with all these material opulences for a very long time. But because the king of Kasi and his son Sudakshina were against Lord Krishna, the Vishnu Chakra Sudarshana within brackets, the disc weapon of Lord Krishna, devastated the whole city by burning all these important places. This excursion was more ravaging than modern bombing. The Sudarshana Chakra, having thus finished his duty, came back to his Lord Sri Krishna at Dwaraka. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So this is what happens. A friend in need is a friend indeed, something like that. So demon was also like that. Actually, the Paundraka, because he was foolishly making, and here King of Kasi, he also made association with such kind of Paundraka. So Kasi was killed, Paundraka was killed. Of course, Paundraka, he went back to the Vaikuntha, but we do not see that Kasi king he was liberated or not. We don't see that one. And instead, he himself and his son, they both got killed. His son and then all the Brahmins also, they turned themselves into ashes later on. And now the kingdom is now bereft of it. All the king and the son, prince also. Now, apart from that, the entire people of this kingdom, they're also now, what happened? This is ravage. So this excursion was more ravaging than modern bombing. It has spoiled all of these things. All of the places is more opulent places, that treasury, elephant, horses, chariots, and great places. Now it has made that ravage. Okay, so this is how it happens. Like nowadays, we see the ego of two people, two prime ministers or presidents, just ego between just two people, it will make so many people disturb, put them into their lives into so much of disturbances in this world. Just ego, because they do not follow. Yes, Shastra Vidhi Musturu Javattate Kamakaratah Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Nasukum na Param Gatim. If one does not follow the Shastric injunctions, then they do not get no peace and no comfort. Na sukam na param gatim. So this is the nasiddhimavapnoti. They do not achieve anything if they do not follow the Shastric injunctions. So with this one, we shall stop here, and I request dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share anything, kindly ask questions or kindly share. Anil Prabhuji, you wanted to...
Yeah, no questions from me at the moment.
Okay, any shares, any reflections, Prabhuji?
Yeah, nothing from me at the moment.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Any other questions? Nisha Mataji, you wanted to ask any questions or you wanted to share anything?
No, Prabhuji, nothing from my end as well. I just want to say thank you to you for just having these sessions in Sham Prabhuji absence. It's brilliant. All I want to say, thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your knowledge with us.
Yes, Anil Prabhuji is kindly accepted the service and helping us.
Thank you to you, Amolga Prabhuji. As I said, I'm a very new and junior devotees, and apologies for any mistakes, but all thanks to you.
No, Prabhuji, no mistakes does not happen in Krishna consciousness. Anything will be under Krishna's supervision. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Any other Gayatri Mataji you wanted to share or ask any questions, Mataji? And Sandeep Prabhuji. Yep.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sandeep Prabhuji is working Prabhuji, so only I am listening today. Prabhuji, I read somewhere that this tantras, like the black art, whatever they are talking about here,
Yes.
So this one, if we chant, if we every day, if we chant the ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, these things will not be affecting on us. If I mean, nobody should be doing on us, but if there are some sort of a negative effect, will be all nullified, because if we read Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, Prabhuji, is that true, Prabhuji? I just read somewhere, so I thought of
So
just
there is
asking.
a Bhagavad Gita Mahatmyam. I think whatever you are saying, that is true, Mataji. I don't recall exactly, but we have heard and discussed it 2 times in our Sangha. Yes, that is possible. Just chanting, reciting chapter 9 every day, one can contract such kind of things. We have to see Bhagavad Gita Mahatmyam. There it is described what is the result of if you recite first chapter results. There is a Palashruti, and there is a for each chapter there is a background story what is happening, and because of he was reciting first chapter and he was able to overcome these things because of second chapter, and he was able to overcome. Likewise, for 18 chapters, 18 stories are there behind. So we can understand that comes as part of Bhagavad Gita Mahatmyam. But for devotees, these mantras and tantras, they do not act because this is material modes of nature. So this is yada buddhihi tada shariya. So this is etat ishamishasya prakustopi tad gunaihi na yujjate sada atmastaihi yada buddhihi tada shariya. Because these things, mantras and tantras, they do not work on the devotees. This is again jnanena vairagya, um, jnana vairagyutena bhakti yogena yoginah. Kshemaya padamulame pravishinti akuto bhayam. That is one statement. Jnana vairagya yuktena bhakti yuktena chatmana paripasthiti udasinam prakritincha hatavodhyasam. The material nature does not work on the devotees. Hata vodhyasam. Vodhyasa is the energy influence. Hata means it is reduction or it does not work. Hata vodhyasam, it does not show its influence on the devotees who have got the jnana, vairagya, bhakti. Whoever has got these three, these mantras does not harm any of such kind of devotees, pure devotees of the Lord. But one must
Thank
be,
you so much, Prabhu.
yes,
Yes.
this whoever is, but follow the regulative principles, keep chanting and keep oneself in the pure, nothing would harm them, such kind of mantras and tantras.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Beautiful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions? Swarup Prabhuji?
Not a question, Prabhu, but this story about Varanasi was very, very interesting. And also, though it was my reflection or my this thing is that it was a opulent place, it was a famous place, it had a lot of good things. So that may have happened because of the good things of the past. But then when the rulers or the people becomes, uh, demonic or bad, then what happens to that good place also is this is an example of that. So that's one of the things that I have taken good note of. So,
Yes. Again, there is glories of Kashi or Varanasi. It is so many, and people whoever leaves that body there, they will be liberated. Lord Shiva personally come and say name of Rama in those years. So there again, there are so many other pastimes in the
mm,
Puranas. It
mm,
describes.
mm.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
But one has to come to Krishna only. It doesn't matter wherever he becomes a devotee of that Lord or this Lord, finally he has to hear the name of Krishna. Antakale chamameva. So otherwise, yanti anjasa achyuta padam, achyuta priya bandhavaha. The devotee, priya bandhavaha, whoever is more dear to the Lord, they will only go back to the achyuta padam, to the Vaikuntha. Otherwise, it is not possible to go to the Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means all opulence and beauty and आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभिः ताभिः एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि कृष्णप्रसादसुमुखं स्पृहणीयधाम स्नेहावलोककलया रमयं च विश्वम्. So this is everyone desires to go there. श्यामे पृतावर्ष शोभितया श्रिया स्वः चोडामणिं सुभगयन्तमिवात्मदिष्ण्यम्. Chodhamanim Subhagayantim Yuvatmadishyam. Very beautiful that Vaikuntha Loka. One has to go and personally see. Manishtano Anubhavoyi Mama Loka Avalokanam Yat Upsarcha Rahasi Chakadha Paramam Tapaha. One has to follow simply the instructions of the spiritual master, and like Lord Brahma has gone through all the sastris and penances, he was able to see the Vaikuntha planet. Likewise, it is possible for ourselves as well. And for demigods, they have to live for so many years, but we are very fortunate. We do not have to struggle here for more than 100 years, just 100 years. So, and we need just only muhurtam. Kim pramattaihi bahubihi parokshaihi hainaihi ha. Vanam muhurtam viditam gatate shreyase yataha. Just what to speak, why it is not needed to live hundreds of years. Just even if we live for a muhurta time, but remembering piously in the pure devotion, absorbing oneself, then leave the body, then he would attain that one, Vaikuntha Lokas. That is what we needed. That is the perfection of human life. It is not that Shankaracharya has lived very short time or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived for short time, for 48 years, Shankaracharya 30 years. But they have attained, by that age itself, they have attained all the perfections. Of course, they are not ordinary people, but there are so many people like that. Age is not the how long we are living, that is not the matter. How long we have been maintaining ourselves purely in Krishna consciousness completely, without any material consciousness, material absorptions. Okay, that is needed. Okay, so Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to share any reflections, Prabhuji? Adding any nectar, Prabhuji? When you speak, you just pour the nectar into ears of all of the devotees.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Actually, we are hearing nectar from you. Before Mataji mentioned about the Tantra, actually, sometimes the point we can learn who want to destroy someone, actually, at the end, they will be destroyed. Actually, it will not be beneficial for himself and not for others. This is the tamoguna. So so that's why devotee they are not thinking about it, but they are conscious about it, very conscious. You know, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he was the history of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was affected. Someone want to kill him, even destroy him, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur was, due to knowledge of Bhagavatam, he was reciting Bhagavatam and everything was destroyed. And another point is, and who did Tantra Mantra? That guy, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was district magistrate, that guy was thief, doing something wrong. And from his court, his district magistrate, he gave him punishment for the prison, going to the prison. So that's why that's that person recognizing he was doing as a tantric mantra, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a devotee of Krishna. So both when they observed each other, because tantric, they sometimes they disguise, but devotee want to show something Krishna's some dress, Krishna's word, somehow Krishna's message. But they are not doing that. This is the important of tantric and devotees. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes. Will I read this one? You want to say?
Yes, Prabhuji. Just you can recite this shloka and then read the translation.
Yes. Following such conclusions, the demonic who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in beneficial, horrible work meant to destroy the world. So we understand they're not beneficial, is a unbeneficial actually. This is the very bad thing. And whatever we learn from Bhagavad Krishna books, it is at the end is Sudarshan Chakra, because devotee is protected, always protected. And Sudarshan Chakra make everything as ashes, who was one who has a wrong intention. So this is the we can learn. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so any other questions, dear devotees, you wanted to add or sharing? Otherwise, we shall move to the next part. We are nearly 9:30 o'clock.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Just yeah, sorry. Yeah, just I want to say something. Today is a Bhamana Dev appearance day, and
Yes.
Krishna and three world. He occupied three world, only three steps. Three steps. So and here it was mentioned the Dwarka inhabitant of Dwarka. They have said you are the three world masters. So you have to understand Krishna is three world masters. So he can protect three world.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for reminding us that today is Vamana Dwadasi, appearance day of Vamana Deva. In the 15th incarnation, Vamana Deva has appeared. It's a very beautiful, and then as a son of Aditi Mata and Kashyapa. And then he has got back the kingdom from Bali Chakravarti. And then gave back to Indra. So that is very beautiful pastime. One has again surrender of Bali Chakravarti is so nice. I think there was a okay, but anyway, so I think it was read in the morning. Okay, so today is Vamana Dwadasi. Devotees who have already fasted in the Ekadasi day for Vamana Dwadasi as well. There are again few pastimes of Vamana Dev after he has appeared later on Mother Earth, the past in the Brahmavavarta Mahapurana. And once the Lord, by looking at his beautiful form, Mother Earth, she wanted to associate with Vamanadev. It is a different pastime after the pastime of it, and then it comes from Brahmavivarta Mahapurana. And then Goddess Earth, she made a form, very beautiful woman, and then going to Vamanadev, trying to associate and to get child from the Vamanadev. And then Vamanadev was, he just made some kind of mellows past little bit of pastimes with Mother Earth, and later on he inject the semen into the womb of Goddess Earth, and then she could not tolerate, and then later on she gave birth to Mangala or Kujagraha or Mangala. Which is auspicious by the name. There is a little bit of pastime I was reading as part of Brahmavivarta Mahapurana. Just came across that. So Vamanadev has got a child, Upendra. Vamanadev, another name is Upendra. The child who was born to Vamanadev and Mother Earth called Mangala or Kuja. Okay, that one we could find in the Brahmavata Purana, just got, but we haven't heard these pastimes for most of the people. But otherwise, Vamanadev, when he has lifted his feet and then he made the hole to this universe as well. At that time, the Virja river, which is in the spiritual planet, it has entered into this universe as the Mandakini, Ganga, and the Bhogavati into the Patala Loka. So it is traveling throughout the universe. It at that time it washed the feet of Vamanadev. So that is a little bit of past time. So just speaking those few words about Vamanadev. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, we shall move to the next part. Anil Prabhuji, is that
Nothing to say from me at the moment.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So are you happy to move to the next Narsimha prayers, Prabhuji?
Yep, sorry, I don't know, not sure the words for it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Gayatri Mataji, would you like to do the Narsimha prayers, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji.
And you want someone to respond. Nisha Mataji, are you happy to follow Gayatri Mataji? If you are available. Okay, if Nisha Mataji is not available, it seems.
Prabhuji, sorry, my internet is dropping, so I'm just connecting and disconnecting. Sorry.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Would you like to? I think I'm not able to open this Narsimharati. This access denied. Okay, let me just. Okay, Gayatri Mataji, would you like to sing Mataji? Meanwhile,
Sure, Prabhuji. I can start, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji.
Do you want me to follow Prabhu, Mataji?
Nisha Mataji.
Yes,
Oh,
Prabhuji. Swarup
no,
Prabhuji.
sorry, Mataji. Maybe Nisha Mataji is following.
No, Prabhuji, please,
No,
please.
please,
I'm
please.
happy. Prabhuji, it's okay. Trust
No,
me.
you go ahead. I didn't understand, Mataji. I thought your internet connection is not
No,
working.
Prabhuji, I might drop again.
My
Just keep
sincere
on.
apologies, Mataji. I
No,
made a mistake here. Please.
Prabhuji, can I request? My internet might drop again, so I might not be, continue with Mataji. So I would prefer you to just please continue.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Mataji, Nisha Mataji, your voice is clear. Your sound is uninterrupted.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prahladaladaine.
Praladnadaine.
Hiranyakasipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakasipurvakshaya.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakale.
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimho.
Ito Narsimha Parto Narsimho.
Yato Yami Tato Narasimho.
Yato Yamitato Narsimha.
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho.
Bahir Narsimho Hriday Narsimho.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye.
Narsimhadim Sharanam Prapadde.
Tava Karakamalavare Nakha अद्भुतशृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमलवारे नखम अद्भुत शृंगम दलिता हिरण्य कपशतनु भृंगिम केशव धरता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशव धृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय शिला प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
नरसिंहदेव की
जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि
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 बोल।
बोल
बोल थैंक यू निशा माता जी ब्यूटीफुल हरे कृष्णा
थैंक यू माता जी हरे कृष्णा
It was really very wonderful, actually. Very devotional.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी थैंक
Nicely. Both of you did nicely.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी
Okay, thank you so much, Gayatri Mataji, Nisha Mataji, and Anil Prabhuji, Swarup Prabhuji, and Ramlala Prabhuji. Very beautiful to hear Krishna Katha among the devotees. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is what Satam Prasangan Mama Veer Samvido Bhavanti Hrutkarna Rasayana Kataha Tadjoshanad Asa Pavarghavatmani Shraddha Ratihi Bhakti Anukramishati. So when we are discussing topics of the Lord among the devotees association, Shraddha, Ratihi, Bhakti, Anukramishati, one after another, they will come automatically. We do not have to worry about anything, but we have to continue the process. Okay, thank you so much, all the dear devotees, for kindly. Anil Prabhuji, you wanted to share anything, Prabhuji?
Just to say thank you. Thank you for today, Mabuka Prabhuji. Thank you for all your help and guidance.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for kindly accepting this service. So you have facilitated this one nicely, starting. But a little bit, it will come automatically in due course of time.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we shall conclude the devotees if you're happy.
वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
तरुभ्यश्च कृपा
सिन्धुभ्यश्च
सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो
नमो
नमः।
नमः।
जय
अनन्तकोटिवैष्णववृन्द की
अनंतकोटि वैष्णव
जय।
वृंद की जय। श्रील
श्रील
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
की
की
जय।
जय।
the
हरि
consciousness
हरि बोल।
and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
Now, Prabhu, thank you.
Krishna to all
Hare
devotees.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.